Hey guys, it's Infinite, and today we're playing Domination on Terminal. I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there right now. I know I'm gonna get comments from people saying I camped this one spot the whole game right here, and I'm not gonna argue the fact that I pretty much do stay here for a lot of the game. The reason being is because that if the enemy team allows you to stay up here, that's the best position in the game. Think about it. You could look over B, you could look right in A spawn, and you could look over C. So, for anyone who wants to say that's... I'm not going to disagree with you that I am pretty much camping this area, but in a way that I am playing the objective, so... It's definitely good camping, if you want to call it that, because... It's not something that should be able to be done, to tell you the truth. Like, the other team, which I'm surprised, I never really get to hold down that area the whole game. Usually someone in the other team will come up and try to take me out, but they let me pretty much hold this building and this roof the whole game, so if they're going to let you do that, especially the roof, because the roof gets to look over C like I was talking about earlier, if they let you do that, then there's no reason to leave. So, you're not being a nuisance, because it's their fault that they're not picking you off. It's such an easy spot to kill someone. But, in any event, this gameplay is pretty long, and I figured that I was just fighting with my mom over something stupid, and it made me think about something that really, really annoys me. And that is parents just beating up on kids who play a lot of games. And I know I'm going to get a lot of positive feedback for this, because I know a lot of people are going to be able to feel what I'm saying. But, like, for example, and I know there's probably a ton of people out there like me. I go to school mostly every single day. I get all 90s grades. I don't do any drugs. I don't drink any alcohol. I don't do anything wrong. If I do hang out with my friends, we go see movies and do very straight edge stuff. And yes, I do play a lot of Xbox from time to time. And I never hear the end of it from my mom. I mean, when I'm playing Xbox, if I get mad and yell over something, or if even I'm just playing and she tells me something and I don't really remember it later on because I was in the zone, it's just, it kills me. And I freak out on her every time I get beat up on for playing Xbox. Because if that's going to be the one thing that she finds wrong about my lifestyle, she should be grateful. Because kids and teenagers are going to be able to relate to me here. They know what their high schools are like, whether they're part of the bad or like me and they're not. But you guys all know what there is in every high school and how bad it is. And the fact that I get fucking beat up almost at least 2 or 3 times a week for playing games is just, it kills me. I get so fucking pissed. And it's just something that, gaming is something that's been so ruined over time because of the stereotypes. Oh yeah, by the way, just random game comment. The reason I'm running Precision Airstrike is nothing more than I was close to getting 1,000 with it just from using the Harrier, and I figured I'd use the Precision just to try to get the 1,000, because I like that gold call sign and the 4th Prestige emblem from COD 4. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, it's just really, really annoying. Like, that just really, it's like, it's really ignorant of parents to do that, because it's like, for me, it gives me the feeling that, like, they're gonna find something to rag on you about no matter what. Like, if I was doing drugs, they'd be ragging on me about that. If I wasn't playing games, it would still be this. I get this sometimes too, that I don't do anything. Like, if I watch TV instead of playing games, it would be that I don't do anything. But I want to talk about games specifically and the stereotypes that surround it. I'm just really sick and tired of the whole all gamers are nerds, or the all gamers only game. Alright, I want to just present everyone with an idea. If you slept 8 hours a day, and gamed from, so you slept 8 hours a day, did homework for 2 hours a day, that's 10 hours, and you went to school for 6 hours a day, that's 16 hours, and you ate for, I don't know, maybe another 2 hours. There's a lot of time left in there to do other activities and still game for about 2 or 3 hours. I don't understand why people think that. Like, if you played, say you played Modern Warfare 2 for 2 or 3 hours every day since its launch, you're going to get 10th Prestige rather quickly if you're good, or 8th or 9th, whatever you plan to stop on. So, I'm just tired of people calling other people out, saying they're losers, they're this and that, for playing what they consider a lot of games. There's a lot of time in a day, and people are really ignorant to say things that they say. I mean, I'll use Woody's gamertag as a great example. He's a father, and I think he's a software architect, I want to say. Sorry to Woody if somehow he hears this and I'm wrong about his occupation, but he does that. I think he's a father of 2, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. And he games a pretty good amount. So if he could do all, and obviously he has a wife. So if he could handle all of that, who's going to say that I can't handle a half a day of school, play a lot of games, and still have a social life? So it's just the stereotypes in general, like I've been saying this whole time, that parents harp on and kids just think about. Like I'm sure, I don't have a big fan base, so I'm not sure how many people can relate to this, but I don't know how many of you have seen Hastro's recent video of him showing his whole house and just, you see him in general. Hastro's arguably the best Call of Duty player in the world, and he is the furthest thing from a nerd. The absolute furthest thing from a nerd. So, and like I from time to time I follow competitive gaming, and I know what a lot of these guys look like, because obviously when you go to events you get your picture taken and everything. These guys are not nerds. So I don't know where this perception came from day one. I don't know if it's because gaming consoles originally, like before gaming consoles, there were computers, and I guess really smart people in way back had a lot to do with the creation of this stuff. But whatever the reason is, it just has to be put to sleep, because it's just something, I mean, in a lot of cases it's getting old. Like, it's not anywhere near as bad as it used to be. You're gonna get that occasional asshole who's like, oh, you're a nerd because you play Xbox or something. Like, it's kind of wearing off. And I think the reason it's wearing off is because there's, becoming more girl gamers, and ones that aren't actually the stereotypical girl gamer that are fat and ugly and all that stupid shit. I wish I knew where that came from too, but anyway. And a lot of people, from my experience in school, a lot of people in the what you'd consider the cool crowd, the kids who all do drugs and all that shit and think they're cool, that whole crew is beginning to play a bit more Xbox also. And so the whole everyone who's Xbox plays Xbox is a nerd and all that shit, it is still fading. It's fading a little bit, but it's still very strong. I mean, I can't think of anything right now to compare it to, but it's an idea that's fading, but I don't think it'll ever really totally go away, which is unfortunate. So that's pretty much all I really wanted to say with this whole issue, and yeah, it's just something that's unfortunate, and I'm just sick and tired of it. I mean, me, I'm speaking for the masses, because I've said this before in a past commentary. You look at me, you would never think, unless I told you, that I play Xbox and play a lot of games and all this stuff. So I'm not saying I'm the culprit. I'm not the one getting all the hate for what I'm saying. I'm actually speaking for the community, the gamers, just gamers, the whole community of gamers as a whole, because, like I said, I'm not being directly affected. I mean, I'm a pretty big kid, and for some reason I'm feared. So no one would have the balls to call me out about it, A. And B, like I said, you look at me and you just don't see like, oh, that kid's a gamer. I mean, I dress very, very casual t-shirt, basketball shorts. That's me. So I don't get it, but like I said, the fact that I'm not ignorant, I see it happening to other people, and I don't think it's right. So sorry if this commentary was very scattered. It's actually interrupted twice, once by my mom, once by my brother, and I had to pause and keep going again. So I'm sorry about that, but this gameplay's over 59-6, and I'll talk to you guys next time.